Привет снова. Мы с тобой прошли в галерее 2021 год, 1981 год и сейчас традиционно пройдем игрофильм заново, но уже будем делать другие выборы и выберем, да, ну что поделать, другой стиль поведения. В этот раз мы будем поддакивать злодею, всячески сочувствовать и разделять точку зрения. Да, как-то так. Ну что, поехали. Настоящая портретная живопись – это выражение характера и морального качества, а не что-то временное, мимолетное или случайное. Сэр Эдвард Бёрн Джонс. И на очереди у нас будет 2021 год, чтобы все шло циклично. Итак, новая игра. Ваш сохраненный прогресс будет утерян, да. Конечно же, с паузой, чтоб я мог понудеть. Ну, теперь вы можете пропустить любые ранее просмотренные сцены, используя кнопку Tab. Ну, вообще, играя не под запись, это было бы, конечно, удобно. Продолжить. Великобритания, 2021 год. Нация разделена. Брексит и всемирная пандемия раскололи общество. Среди хаоса социальные медиа стали определять нашу культуру и реальность. Вот она.
The subject's auburn hair has been accentuated by the artist's use of alizarin crimson. It's often used to paint blood. It makes for a truly evocative frame in which to nestle such a powerful visage. The artist mainly used filbert and round brushes to really perfect the curvature of the model's features.
Is that a guy or a girl?
Maybe neither.
Fair play. It's a dope piece.
It's for sale if you're interested. We only showcase portraits by undiscovered artists. All of the proceeds go to them, so any support is huge.
Yeah, I would, but I've got the next 20 years paying off my student loan, so...
Fair play. What can I show you next?
I've had a good look around, actually, and I can't find what I came to see. The portrait of my princess, Ziggy Ray.
Arriving tomorrow. It'll be on display in our main exhibition room, exclusively for the weekend.
Got it. Well, I'll come through then.
See you soon, sir.
Четвертый посетитель, да, не густо.
No flash photography, sir?
Sorry, man. No cap. You got the best portrait exhibition in London. Congrats.
Thanks. You can take off your face mask if you want. I won't tell if you won't.
Safe. So listen, this girl I met on a dating app says that you've got a little side hustle.
What are you after?
An eighth?
45.
Come on, man. Do it for 25.
It's pure indica. Do you want it or not?
This is all I've got.
Итак, проходя в первый раз, я предположил, что речь идет о наркотиках. Естественно, мы это осуждаем, и для меня это не пустые слова. Вот. И отклонил. Ну что ж, давай примем и посмотрим, что тут было на самом деле.
You're lucky I'm feeling charitable.
You're a don, you know, Morgan.
A don?
Я оказался прав, к сожалению. Итак, да, вот она наша галерея, и на заднем плане Лондон.
Welcome to the Ziggy Ray livecast with me, your girl Ziggy Ray. Guys, I'm stupidly excited about my collaboration with Turner Prize-winning artist Nikki Dryden Oakes. It's my first ever portrait. I was so nervous. but I can't wait for you guys to see it. It gets unveiled tomorrow morning at Argyle Manor. Get there nice and early to show some love. Art is dope.
Ну, что пишут с ошибками в субтитрах, это мы еще обратили внимание в первый раз. — 1992 набрал.
Britain has been torn asunder. Over 100,000 people killed by a virus. But inequality is the true pandemic befalling the populace. What is our future? What is our future? What's our future? Are you? Yeah. What's our future? Eh?
Sir, please, I don't want any trouble.
Your gallery is venerating capitalist figureheads.
This is an exhibition, not a gallery.
Whatever you want to call it, stop it! Society cannot fester any longer.
Итак, в прошлый раз я выбрал спокойствие, потому что сам по себе все равно человек довольно доброжелательный, да, и такие ситуации, они двоякие, когда ты вот, казалось бы, в своем праве проявишь агрессию, это легко выворачивается со стороны, воспринимается так, что, ну, пошумел человек, а ты в ответ сразу совершил какие-то там агрессивные действия, и уже, как-то сказать, вина будет больше на твоей стороне. Но в этот раз мы все делаем иначе. Как видишь, там мы продали кое-что посетителю, и сейчас мы такие тоже это... Да пошел ты сам на...
Sir, you're in my workplace.
You are blind. This is a problem. You cannot silence my voice.
How about now? Huh?
Get out. Really? Hey, hey. Ah, all right, down, all right.
Calm down.
All right.
You got him.
Yeah, I've got him, Sarge.
You all right, sir?
All good. He wouldn't have done anything really.
We've had a number of calls about him. We'll book him down at the station and issue him a warning for disturbing the peace.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Is that your disappointed face?
Nikki, of course not. You'd never see that.
I saw some police leaving.
Just checking up ahead of tomorrow. Welcome home, Mrs. Dryden Oaks. Shall I show you the exhibition room?
Here we are. Decent little space, isn't it?
Я так и забыл кое-что просмотреть про
You have to do something
актеров.
with these little places, don't you?
I made room specially. It'll be the absolute centerpiece.
You won't need that much space. Ziggy's shorter than she looks online.
You brought it with you. What about the scheduled delivery?
I cancelled it. Don't worry. The extra attention might get this lot sold as well.
Well, that is the hope.
What about these?
I was just deciding which to hang. I've only got space for one of them.
Which one were you leaning towards?
Итак, в прошлый раз я выбрал собаку, потому что гордая мать, извините, слишком вы уже определенные типы заповестили. А голубая девушка тоже слишком типична для эмоциональности. Как я помню, тогда я сравнил это с тем, когда на танцевальных соревнованиях, видишь, выходит очередной участник, танцует контемп. Все движения, все порывы, все такое очень часто крайне похоже. И вот здесь тоже, как-то сказать, словно видишь стандартный, типа эмоциональный, типа как уникальный снежинистый рисунок. Это я про голубую девушку. Вот. Ну, естественно, собаку выбирать не буду, гордую, потому что было в прошлый раз. Вот, именно поэтому. Гордую мать тем более. Хватит, блин. Но остается Blue Girl.
This is a portrait by a prodigiously talented young woman named Riley Mulheron.
Bit weird, but tell me more.
The subject's her ex-girlfriend, and Riley herself is a child of subculture. Years of invalidation from her peers forced her to bleed through her art. The subject stares heavenward in aspiration, lit by streaks of starlight. The brushstrokes are long and languid, otherworldly even, reflecting this...
Nikki. Not here.
No better place, Morgan. You owe me this much, don't you? I knew no one would disturb us. Now guard that case with your life.
I will, Nikki. I promise.
Я знал, что нас никто не побеспокоит. Звучит, ну, достаточно информативно в отношении его галереи. Итак, на сигнализацию мы поставили. Armored было написано. Свет выключили.
Speak of the devil, Riley. I was just showing someone your portrait.
What do you think of that ugly mug?
Loved it, obviously. Your work is some of my best.
Oh, sorry, I'm still a little fucked up from last night.
Hope it's not.
Don't say coronavirus, I'm so over that shit. Look, I need that money from my last portrait you sold.
Sure, I'll transfer it Monday morning. My commission is going to be high, though. It was a hard sell.
Your best work is a hard sell.
Price of entry, right.
See ya.
Ну, несмотря на множество плюсов этого игрофильма, как я уже говорил, слишком много, и этот голубой портрет нам
Hey, Sappy.
моя девушка подтвердил, слишком много повесточного.
Call Jamie.
Calling Jamie.
Morg, you've caught me at a rather hectic moment.
Oh, I can call back.
No, it's all right.
All right, I'm just packing for Hong Kong. I've got 4 months of multitasking ahead of me anyway.
4.
Thoroughness is the buzzword.
But little Charlie.
Well, he's 10, Morg, so not quite so little anymore.
10? Really? Whoops.
Not much of a model uncle, am I?
Well, I'm not mum of the year either.
Must be hereditary.
Anyway,
Hong Kong's my last hurrah. I'm winding down after this SBR.
Whatever that is.
strategic business review.
Look, I'm sorry I'm missing this weekend. You excited? Ziggy Ray's last poster's blowing up.
It's looking very promising.
You're smoking again, Morg.
It helps me relax.
Mummy? Your nephew has just walked in. He's been asking about you all day.
Ну и как ты понимаешь, что когда она говорит про куришь, речь у нас идет вовсе не об обычных сигаретах. Итак, в прошлый раз я говорил с Чарли. Да и сейчас, несмотря ни на что, мне хочется с ним поговорить, но вынужден буду отказать. Совершаем звонок.
Sorry, Jamie, I've got a dash.
Make up a good excuse for Charlie, okay?
Morg, he misses you. You're his hero, you know?
I'm sorry, things are just crazy over here. Give him my love.
Understood. Love you. Come here, you. Sorry.
Итак, на счетчике нарисовался 5-й посетитель. Так как ты помнишь, мы оставляли только 4. Вот и она.
Excuse me?
Oh, hi. I hope you don't mind me borrowing the armchair.
That's what they're there for, customers. You can remove your face mask if you want.
Thanks. The chair's a bit rickety, could do with a refurb. I'm looking to paint a copy of one of your portraits.
Look, madam, we're closed.
Oh, you don't usually close this early, do you?
No, but we have a big weekend ahead, and... Sorry, how did you get in? The front door should have been locked.
I'm afraid it wasn't.
My security system was armed.
I don't know what to tell you. I walked right in.
Итак, это очевидная ложь, поскольку я обратил внимание, как и в первый раз, когда проходил, что сигнализацию мы включили. Вот. И была только лишь проблема с выключением света. Но поскольку в прошлый раз я начал бодаться, и вполне справедливо хочу заметить, то в этот раз, естественно, хорошо, видимо, что-то не сработало или я забыл.
Sorry for the confusion, madam. There must have been some sort of error or something.
Well, it's all right. These things happen. Anyway, don't worry. I turned the lock with my own hands after I came in. I wouldn't want someone lifting one of these beautiful paintings.
Well, they aren't quite Rembrandt.
Rembrandt was overrated.
Штаны у него все равно дурацкие, ты уж
Just a
извини.
well-versed imitator of Caravaggio.
Each to their own. Look, like I said, we've got a big day tomorrow and we're closing early.
Oh, yeah, the Dryden Oaks portrait of Ziggy Ray. How'd you pull that off?
We displayed Nikki's portraits before she became,
Won the Turner Prize. And of course, there's the personal link. You do a great thing here, showcasing emerging artists. Oh, I'm Dorian, by the way.
Morgan. Dorian, like...
Dorian Lee, the fashion icon.
It's a lovely name. I must say, you're the first ever reproduction artist to visit one of my exhibitions.
You mean forger?
Faithful reproduction is an art in itself, although you would be Rembrandting a Caravaggio.
Touché. Now, I've been just struggling for inspiration recently.
It's tough. That's why I gave up painting myself. I just didn't have it. I figured I'd contribute more by helping those who did.
In that case, could I paint you? You would make an amazing subject in so many ways. You really seem quite enthralling.
Я, честно говоря, тут не очень помню, что я выбрал в прошлый раз. Давай примем.
I guess I could spare half an hour.
Brilliant. Let me just reconfigure.
Мне кажется, в прошлый раз я тоже принял.
Do you want me to give you a hand?
Could you move the easel? That would be great.
Sure.
Thanks. A bit further back. Take a seat. I'm sorry about my Rembrandt comment. I have some strong opinions.
It was bold, but valid. Rembrandt stole from his students for the last 10 years of his career.
И как мы помним, ее окончательный портрет на самом деле зависит от нашего дальнейшего поведения. Так подозреваю от отношений с ней. Посмотрим, что будет в этот раз.
This is going to be great.
Let's leave it there for tonight. I can sit for you again next week. Dorian, I need to go home.
I tell you what, I'll take some reference photos and then I won't have to come back. Can I borrow your smartphone?
You haven't got your own?
I'm not really the smartphone type.
That's refreshing to see. I'll email them to you. If you have an email address, that is.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm not that sketchy.
Can you give me my phone back, please? Okay, Dorian, I think
Никки.
that's an important call. Give me... All right. That's it. I'm done.
I wouldn't if I were you. Stand up, and this room ends up looking like a Jackson Pollock. Have a feel under your seat. That is a PAD, pressure-activated detonator. A bomb, Morgan. It's a similar principle to a grenade. Once the safety pin is removed, the striker lever and percussion cap collide, creating a spark, which triggers the detonator. Once you sat on that chair, you became the safety pin.
This isn't real.
Go on. Try it. You've never been someone's muse, have you?
Do
Like
you want money?
Camille
There's
Claudel
nothing
to
in the top.
Rodin,
I could
or
transfer
Elizabeth
you some,
Vidal to Rossetti,
or a painting.
or
You
Frida
take any
Kahlo
one
to
of these.
Diego Rivera, or
Dorian,
vice
what do you
versa.
want?
Be smart, Morgan. Get rid of her.
Morgan, are you there?
Yes, Nikki.
You rejected my last call. Anyway.
I need you again. I've booked our usual suite at the Ransom. 464.
I'll make my excuses at home. I'll take your silence as a yes. Don't let me down.
You can't keep me here.
Cézanne sometimes needed dozens of sittings with his subjects. Goya sometimes needed only a day. I just want the night.
Итак, в прошлый раз я, естественно, все делал поперек злоумышленнику. Ну, теперь давай познакомимся.
You clearly know your art, Dorian. But I take it you didn't learn how to make bombs at art school.
You assume I had the privilege of attending such an establishment. My mother was a survivalist who taught me and my brother to make rudimentary explosives.
Progressive parenting.
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'm just another millennial who spent too much time on the wrong internet forums. Whichever narrative suits. Thanks for taking an interest, though.
How do I know that the bomb under my chair is real?
I had a feeling you'd ask that.
Dorian?
Бабах.
Fuck.
Now, calmly, tell me what time Nikki's painting is being delivered.
It's being delivered at 6 a.m. by a fine art transportation company. It'll be brought in through the back door, just through there.
We have until the morning, as I'd hoped.
That's what you're really after, isn't it?
Britain is decaying!
Опять тот хрен.
Much longer must we suffer at the will of this government? They have taken away our liberty. They have allowed thousands to die.
А у нас есть его мегафон.
He's not going to stop.
You capitalist bastard! We must stand up for what is right.
Ну, поскольку в этот раз мы сбегать не собираемся или как-то еще действовать в этом направлении, то мегафон нам, наверное, не пригодится.
That's what you're after.
А, она его увидела. Вон, а что. Вот ни хрена себе.
Dorian?
The floor is yours. You don't need that. Your voice will be heard in here.
I'm not an untouchable. I once had a life, a family, hopes. Then came the virus of austerity. Cuts. Cuts. 4 letters. So easy for a politician to say, but it was my lifelines that they cut. I'm not alone. Think of the undervalued key workers. Those laid off every day. Yet, here you are, canonising false idols for profit. While we, the people, suffer more and more.
И вот сейчас я не знаю, что выбрать. Почему? Потому что спорить это явно сработает в минус отношений. Да. А просить о помощи? Ну, мы же вроде как не хотим в этот раз ставить препятствие злоумышленнику и творить всяческие вещи, чтобы кто-то из мирных граждан пострадал, а он все-таки, относится к ним. Вот поэтому давай просто попробуем поспорить.
I've heard you. I hear you every day. I do sympathize with you. You think my life hasn't been compromised in here? My morals? It's the way things are, and we can't do anything about it.
You've got to be joking.
Time to go.
No, he needs to understand.
You have said everything he needed to hear.
I hope so.
Интересный момент был.
There's humanity behind most facades if you take the time to look.
How did you get in here?
My uncle was a locksmith. As a teenager, I apprenticed for him and learned how to pick almost anything. Such lowly, manual jobs were all I could aspire to at that age.
Yes, those aren't the hands of a painter. I'm guessing you could do with a good night's sleep, too.
My reality means I have to pursue my passion outside working hours. Anything else you want to critique to make me feel more out of place?
That's not what I was doing. Art is for all, and all are welcome at my exhibitions.
Well, that is a utopian vision. But I, like many, exist under a glass ceiling.
You think what you're doing here will break that ceiling?
You think sleeping with Nikki will save your business?
Where are you going?
Toilet. I need to wash my brushes.
You can't just leave me here, alone. Surely, what if I try to escape?
I won't clean up the mess.
Итак, создать отвлечение или звать на помощь. Ну, звать на помощь мы уж не будем. Нет, в прошлый раз я создал отвлечение. Я кинул ботинок в мольберт. То есть в любом случае мы что-то предпримем. Ну тогда звать.
Hello, Sappy.
Hello, Morgan. How may I help you?
Call the police.
I didn't quite catch that.
Call the police.
Call emergency services. Is this correct?
Yes.
Calling emergency...
Shit.
I wonder what your sister wanted.
So you know a bit about me?
Of course I do.
Значит, она кое-что вызнала о нас заранее.
We have a custom lighting setup for exhibitions. The electrical board must be playing up and causing the presets to glitch.
I like it.
You didn't need to hold me hostage, you know. I'd have posed for you beyond tonight, voluntarily.
That wouldn't have set me apart.
What do you mean?
The recognition of one's work often depends on the mythos around it. You know the story of the portrait of Madame X by John Singer Sargent? Scandalized for being too sexually suggestive by the bourgeoisie of 19th century France. And now, it's one of the most famous portraits in history. Infamy is a strong currency. A hostage painting would be a watershed, don't you think?
So this is some sort of performance piece?
Yeah, let's call it that. A once-in-a-lifetime performance.
Так, ну, в прошлый раз я в любом случае с ней согласился, потому что я действительно с ней согласен. Вот я сам как человек с этими словами. Но сейчас, если сказать не согласен, это слишком сильно выбиться из нашей линии поведения.
I see what you're saying. This country's changed. Fuck, the world's changed. And it hasn't been kind to my business. It used to be all about the art, but I can't help that it's an emporium now. The paintings are products, and my critiques, sales pitches.
And the vanity project of a talentless influencer is your last chance of survival. You sell out. How much
Не распродаешься, а скорее
commission
ты
do you take from
продался.
each sale?
Перевод.
It's minimal. It's just to help cover my costs. My enterprise respects artists.
That is exactly what you said to me. It was a striking, naturalistic profile of my niece. It was one of my best pieces to date.
What? No, I'd have recognized you, Dorian. You must have used another name or something. Show me what you're painting. I'll recognize your style.
Admin fees, time, expertise, all reasons you gave to keep the proceeds once it was sold. You are cheating artists.
Without my exhibitions, they'd have no platform.
You have a responsibility to us. You're not a lost cause, you know.
What?
Call the artist. Make amends.
By telling them that a psychopath blew up their portrait.
These contact names. You only see the product, not the person.
Ну, честно говоря, вот именно перед ней мне не очень хочется искупать какую-то вину.
Hello?
Riley, it's Morgan Haynes.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy.
I can hear that. I'm calling about your
Portrait. I'm really sorry, but it's...
What about it?
Да нет, я скажу все-таки правду. Лгать я не буду, хоть это и уменьшит на единичку мое отношение с ней. Но я надеюсь, там еще получится поднять. Но в данном случае я не могу перешагнуть через себя. И вот этой какой-то там слишком повесточной даме, я уж буду использовать мягкие выражения, которая считает, что житие в этом неформальстве делает тебя там сверхуникальной снежинкой, там, неповторимым человеком, и вот ты там под музыку долбишься наркотиками, и из-за этого тебе должны сочувствовать и помогать. Нет, иди ты нахер.
There was an accident.
The painting was destroyed. I'm really sorry.
An accident? How the fuck do you manage that?
A mishap.
You're an art curator.
Oi, what's this?
How hazardous can your job be? I poured my heart and soul into that painting. Do you think I do this for fun? Art is what keeps me alive.
I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck you. I hope you get what's coming to you, Morgan.
You really are a piece of shit.
For telling her the truth, I made amends.
You heard her. You can't put a price on what that painting meant to her. The most heartbreaking thing for an artist is the loss of their work.
Прям аж история изменена.
I guess I have changes to make to my painting.
Ну, походу, придем к той же концовке, да. Ну, извини, надеюсь, еще подниму отношения на единичку. Ну, как той... Можно было сказать... То есть, позволение уж, простите, художнице. Не надо мне говорить,
Talent in this room.
что человек там, весь
Could be a few
вся, который
of these on the
выживает,
walls of great galleries.
ему надо долбиться
Portrait
наркотиками
painting is
и
dying.
алкашкой.
Everyone has a camera now, and that gives them an agency over how the world sees them.
And the world laps up these illusory images. Just look at Ziggy Ray and her cult-like following.
The safety net of fame meant that she could relinquish that agency to Nikki's paintbrush on her own terms.
Nikki's been married, what, 10 years now?
Relationships are complicated.
I wouldn't know. Jamie.
Morgan?
Jamie, are you okay?
No, not really. I'm abandoning everyone. It's not right. It's not good for Charlie.
I thought you said this was the last time.
One final push, and then you can retire.
Focus entirely on your family.
If he hasn't broken up by then.
Mummy,
Darling, what are you doing up?
there are people shouting outside my room.
What? What the fuck's going on out there?
Jamie? Charlie?
Morgan? Morgan?
Everything's gonna be all right, guys. Just... Dorian, that's my sister and nephew.
They'll be all right. Police response time for the wealthy is 3 times quicker than the average. On another note, your phone passcode. 1992. Why did you choose it? 1992 was the year that Francis Bacon died, but that's a bit obscure and macabre.
Я понимаю, что говорил, мол, постараюсь выборы делать не такие, но мне надо поднять с ней на единичку. Поэтому я все-таки объясню. Да и вдруг ты посмотришь только эту серию, а не первый вариант прохождения. Так что объяснение мы услышим еще раз.
1992 was the year I first visited a portrait exhibition at Argyle Manor. It was set up by a genius curator named Finlay Fairborn. This is where I fell in love with portraiture as a kid. As I grew up, Finlay took me under his wing, and I worked at his exhibitions every summer until I could take over the business. I worked by his side until his dying day. I feel comfortable around portraits. I'm never alone.
You've needed their company.
My parents weren't around a lot. And Jamie and I looked out for ourselves. Although we took different paths, we support each other, come what may.
One of the great disappointments of adulthood is when those you trusted as a child drift away in the name of self-interest. Even family.
That was so eloquently phrased, it felt personal. Strike a nerve, did I?
Да блин.
Mood lighting.
Вставать мы вставали. Давай, хоть я действительно постараюсь сделать побольше других выборов, поэтому будем соблазнять. Но я не думаю, что у нас что-то выйдет, и так уже 2 ячеечки опять пустые.
I think you feel alone, don't you? You've taken matters into your own hands because no one would support your talent. I'd have displayed your work here. I still could. I like you, Dorian.
Stop looking at me like that.
Like what?
Okay. Get back in your pose.
Ух ты! Ага. Это пошло несколько иначе. И сейчас на что-нибудь ему сделают.
Let go of me. No, Doreen. Doreen, no, Doreen.
You moron. Did you really think I'd be such a cliche? Unlike you, I have no vices. The PAD bomb wasn't real, but this is. No more tricks. I am going to finish my painting, and you are going... Sir? Who's that?
I don't know.
Sir? It's Sergeant Robin Latif. I know you're in there. I can hear your voices. Please open the door.
It's a policewoman.
No shit. Follow my lead.
Ну, следуй моим приказам, указаниям руководства.
Evening. Oh, do you mind if I... Oh, we are outside. Where's the curator? Just in here. Morgan!
Давай в этот раз у нас копы выживут.
Of course.
Вот такой спойл, да?
All good. Why have you stopped by?
We picked this up from a young man not far from here. He says the art curator at Argyle Manor sold it to him.
That's mental.
Oh, come on, Sergeant. He's an art curator, not Pablo Escobar. I still need to follow protocol and search you two. You really don't want to do that. There'll be much more pressing issues for you this evening. I'm afraid these are reasonable grounds to stop and search.
Мирного разговора не выходит изначально.
Unless there's something either of you two wants to tell me. Madam. Sarge! Alex, stay back!
Твою ж мать, а я старался. Эх, похоже, что не делаем. Все равно придем к плохому финалу. Так, ну хоть не показывают убывание. Все-таки это не по прямой вот сейчас было моей вине.
The police.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
If you're trying to teach me some
Нет,
sort
всё
of lesson,
плохо.
there's far more immoral people in this city.
Their comeuppance is coming too.
How do I survive tonight?
You could start by proving that some part of you still cares about the art.
And what if I don't?
You might surprise us both. Tell me about more of these paintings. Stand, if you want.
You know, this is the only portrait I've painted that I've ever exhibited.
I thought you didn't rate yourself.
I don't, but I wanted to paint this subject. He posed for this 2 months before he died. I accentuated the high-key lighting by using vermilion. He knew the end was close and he didn't want me to sanitize that. To show the reality of age, but also a life well lived.
Such dignity. What else?
There are many faces in this painting. It gives us that feeling of claustrophobia that we know, so we only see her face. Tightness together. Another form of restriction, combined with the flattened perspective. Flashes of red pulls this. It gives this contemporary painting a 1920s feel. It's even something by. I love the clever use of simple lines over a textured background. Muted tones of the subject. The background and the body separated into three distinct parts. Serene, contemplative, high contrast colors. Must have focused on those areas for too long. Instead, our eyes immediately directed back to the face. Depict that sadness that the artist wanted to portray. This is what portraits should be. You're right. There's talent here. I'd lost sight of that.
What about this one?
A technicolor version of the Mona Lisa. Formally, it's faithful, down to the use of sfumato, the blurred smoothing of outlines that defined Leonardo's masterpiece. The same painter did the piece that hangs in the cellar.
So androgyny is their motif.
How so? Mona Lisa is a woman.
Well, in popular normative opinion, yes. But it's actually a combination of Lisa Gherardini and Soleil, Leonardo's male assistant and lover. Da Vinci saw that gender was the greatest veneer of all.
Опять
True
началось.
humanity has no such boundaries. Wouldn't you agree?
Слушай, беда в том, что в прошлый раз я с этим, по-моему, согласился, что ли, нет. Сейчас я буду с ней совсем соглашаться. Я хочу все-таки иметь шанс поднять отношения с ней.
Yes, I would.
Sit back down.
В 81 году я точно тут не согласился.
You seem on edge.
Perceptive as ever.
Do you want to smoke? I'm not stopping you. I'll allow it.
Ну, я уже говорил во время первого прохождения самой первой серии, что без последствий регулярное курение даже того, что считается, да какой-то наркотик, нет, это наркотик. И регулярное курение без последствий не проходит. И в качестве хотя бы мягкой, но подводки тебя к этому рекомендовал тогда документальный фильм BBC «Как работают наркотики» How Drugs Work. Вот, в том числе там одна из серий посвящена любителям вот так вот просто немножко снять напряжение путем курения. И объясняя работа как-то воздействует на головной мозг и какие последствия имеет.
Hope you like chow mein.
Would have preferred pad thai.
Well, you snooze, you lose. Sounds exciting.
Точнее, звучит возбуждающе. Ну, в том плане, это также слово может обозначать, что и заинтересовывает.
Are they looking for you?
No. There'll be others out there tonight with far less subtlety than me.
Others?
Oh, she is ravenous tonight.
Равенус плотоядна. Не просто голодна, плотоядна.
You've got a nerve.
Should have been here hours ago.
I've had a lot on my plate this evening.
Look, you little shit.
What I've done for you is unprecedented. All I asked for in return was a couple of fucking orgasms.
Nikki.
No. Maybe you think
You've outsmarted me or something, but you need to consider your position.
very carefully.
Слушай, ты меня, конечно, извини, но я бы с ней не смог.
This isn't going to happen anymore.
What? Tonight?
Ever.
Угу, еще повысили отношения.
Look, I'm willing to let this slide if you...
Come over now.
You just don't get it. This is wrong.
I could ruin you if I wanted to. The future of your pissant exhibitions is riding on my painting.
Just as your future once rode on my exhibitions.
Oh, please. The world has seen my talent. I was always going to reach the top. You were just fortunate enough to be a stepping stone.
No one has a right to success. Most of the time, talent is redundant. It's about luck or privilege or who you fuck.
I'm pulling the plug.
I want my painting back first thing.
Hello, Nikki.
Who the fuck are you?
All you need to know is that my uncle is the editor of the country's biggest tabloid.
Blackmail? Seriously, Morgan?
Sexual coercion doesn't play well these days, Nikki.
You have no proof.
Oh, wanna bet? Morgan's told me
В этот
every
раз флаг мы
lascivious
оставим.
detail. And my recording of this call will corroborate them. Don't call again.
You're not getting the portrait back.
Sorry. I couldn't stand her inhumanity any longer. Let's get back to work.
Наступает утро. Мне до максимума с ней осталось еще плюс единичка. Интересно, будет шанс это сделать или нет? Мне кажется, все-таки на максимуме должно быть что-то свое,
Almost.
а на зеленом что-то другое.
I think it would garner a lot of attention on one of these walls. Remind me how many customers you had yesterday?
About 5 or 6. Something negligible.
If even a fraction of these likes turn up in person, your business is saved.
And perhaps portraiture will become relevant again. For a short while, at least.
It's astounding the clout these influencers carry.
For better or worse, a leader can govern through social media.
I wonder how far such a monopoly on society's attention could go. Sway elections, expose corruption, change the world. They are the dictators of our culture. Our new monarchs, regaled by legions. What a world we live in. What's your view on social media, Morgan?
Does it matter?
All your opinions matter to me. Go on. I'm listening.
Итак, ну я надеюсь, что ответ плохо. Даст мне последний плюсик, потому что я вроде в прошлый раз выбрал искусство, что обтекаемый такой ответ, ну...
It's a poison. We now live in an age of comparison and inferiority up against what we see on our screens.
Well, there's always someone better than you out there.
Exactly. Not to mention the
Или в прошлый
proliferation
раз
of
тоже плохо
misinformation.
ответил.
Especially when the airways are abused without filter.
And And then there's the most insidious misinformation that bubbles beneath the surface, that indoctrinates the disillusioned and crystallizes their resentment into radicalization.
Who the fuck are you? Where's that fuckwit Morgan?
Твою ж
You
мать.
prick! You fucking destroyed my painting! Do you realise how much time I spent on that? I swear I'm gonna dox the shit out of you, fucker!
Ну, пригласить Райли это, видимо, так перевели в, ну, в общем, пригласить Райли войти. Мне кажется, это будет для нее печально. Вот. Давай ее пошлем.
Go home, Riley.
No! You need to answer me, Morgan! Morgan! What the fuck? Open this fucking window right now or I swear! Oh, you know what? Fuck you.
You know, I'm trying to enlighten you, Morgan.
So you're a preacher?
Please. Religion repulses me. Theism gave rise to the hierarchical structures of power that plague humanity today. We're preconditioned to serve, and yet we're shocked by the greed of bankers and politicians scrambling to the top of the tree. It's been the same for decades, and it'll be the same for decades to come unless someone takes a proper stand. What's this now?
I sometimes hold exhibitions involving light installations.
What's the theme?
The cycle of life. This one's childhood. Adolescence. Adulthood.
I don't want this to end.
It will. Just as all life begins and ends. In darkness.
Ну,
You didn't try to escape.
ага, я думал, он сбежит. Вау. Некоторые вещи остаются
I don't
неизменны,
want
да?
to tie you up like an animal. All I've taught you, and this is the thanks I get.
I don't owe you anything, Dorian. You're just full of hate. You know, it's only a matter of time before the police get here.
But I haven't finished.
Forget about your painting. What does it matter?
They don't have enough to spare.
Ну, короче, у них не хватит сил.
It can't be just about the painting.
Учитывая, что она упомянула в городе, тоже будет горячо сегодня
That's a
ночью.
question that never gets asked of the people. Our generation has been through every upheaval. The cultural, technological, social, political, economic. And not once have we had an ounce of agency in our future. It's always been decided for us by the self-interested and the ignorant. It's time to take back that agency.
You've watched way too many conspiracy theory videos, Dorian.
I chose your exhibition as a symbol. A place of hope, corrupted by the greed and inhumanity that consumes society.
You fucking psychopath. A single hostage in a meaningless art exhibition won't change anything.
Oh, but it's not meaningless this weekend, is it? The eyes of the world had turned to it, and that's what made it so perfect.
Perfect for what?
To be a small brushstroke as part of our larger piece. And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he shed tears, for there was nothing left to conquer.
Nice quote.
Thank you for being my part in our stand against oppression. Today is a statement, a catalyst for change.
Through brutality. That isn't a worthy catalyst for change. Change can be inspired, but you need a message powerful enough to unite all. Leonardo da Vinci was born a peasant, so anonymous that his surname was merely the town he was born in. He committed his life to conveying a message through his art, and the world responded.
I wish a beautiful message was all it took.
Итак, что же получилось на этот раз? Угу.
If you'd just believed in me, we could have walked out of here together into a new Britain.
Получается, я опять не смог.
You never gave me your critique of my painting.
Так, в прошлый раз я промолчал, оскорблять не буду. Давай попробуем жалко похвалить ее картину.
It's formally flawless. Every brushstroke is purposeful and textural. It's emotionally in tune with the subject, which reflects your artistic intelligence.
Ух ты, все-таки максимум.
Well done.
Hey, Sappy,
How may I help you?
join a popular live cast.
The police say there's been mass rioting and detonated explosions at targeted businesses and residences around the city. They seem to be coordinated. What the fuck? What's
Goodbye,
this
Morgan.
madness in London I've woken up to? Oh my god, you guys.
Can anyone hear me? Hello? Ah! I'm inside! Can you hear me? Help! Help!
Добро пожаловать в Новый Лондон. О, в этот раз нажали. Итак, что я могу сказать? Естественно, то, что говорил про другие игрофильмы, Не все, конечно, некоторые отличаются, но тем не менее всегда сложно сделать несколько очень различающихся друг от друга историй. Все равно будут в большинстве случаев какие-то общие сюжетные вещи. И часто в играх они могут отличаться лишь тем, что м, продолжительность твоего геймплея, она сократится, повернув куда-нибудь в сторону, и там что-то произойдет такое, опа, и все. Вот. Здесь же мы получили что? Да, многое осталось общим, кое-какие разговоры и события поменялись. Вытянул я на максимальное отношение уже только в конце и хотя бы избежал взрыва. Портрет уже был совершенно другой. Отличался. И здесь я попал опять в какую вещь. Первый раз я отвечал максимально близко к тому, что как бы действительно думаю спонтанно, не выбирая прям такую вот как бы линию поведения, исходя из механик игры. Ну и в этот раз я с одной стороны пытался сделать другие выборы, а с другой стороны понравится Дориан. Вот как ты видишь, мы опять поплавали, и портрет действительно соответствовал тому вот несколько размытому, изменчивому состоянию героя. В целом, пройдя игру второй раз, кстати, он раскрытые сцены, видишь, еще сколько осталось? Только 2 концовки из 6. И сцен только половина, по сути дела. Вот так о чем я, да. И мне, конечно, стало интересно, если целенаправленно, сейчас уже зная больше, попробовать пройти. Ясно дело, это записывать не буду. Игру на то, чтобы достичь максимум с Дориан еще до того, как она закончит, и на некоторые вопросы ответить правильно. И, может быть, записать в качестве бонуса только самый финал. Возможно. Вот. Но давай будем вкратце. Я считаю, игрофильм сделан достаточно хорошо и качественно. В любом случае, при разных раскладах он дает ну, продолжительную, полноценную, как это сказать, продолжительную, полноценную игру. Вот, не прерываясь где-то там заранее. Ой, фигак, с вас там убили, начните сначала. И это такому жанру идет в плюс, как здесь реализовано. Вот. Ну, кстати, единственное, не пойму, почему у нас Ники зеленая и первый посетитель зеленый. Ну ладно. Но конкретно в смысловом отношении мне все-таки не нравится вот и непонятно нафига всовывать такое обилие повестки. Это просто капец. Ясное дело, я сейчас не буду это тут обсуждать. В конце концов, всякие политические и социальные вещи это не для моего канала. Я лишь так некоторые моменты обозначаю. Вот, но ну и главный критерий, чтобы тебя долго не забалтывать. О потраченном на второе прохождение времени я не пожалел. И очень велик шанс, что третий раз для себя уже, конечно, я попробую изначально выстроить историю на то, чтобы из интереса вот понравится Дориан, и, возможно, записать концовочку для тебя. Вот. Какую из этих серий я бы выбрал смотреть? Да, ты знаешь, наверное, любую. Но если получить более такое спонтанно целостное прохождение, то, конечно, первый вариант. Но второй мне тоже интересен. Вот буду рад услышать твое мнение, твой отзыв в комментариях. Они открыты. И, конечно, приходи еще, всегда рад. Впереди у нас еще одна серия, это 1981 год, тоже попробую пройти его чуть иначе. Что ж, жду тебя. Давай, до нашей встречи, надеюсь, скорой. Пока.